Okay, I'm back on. So let's see what happens over there. You good on YouTube and Facebook? Okay. I just came back on YouTube, so I'm gonna see what happens over there. Let's see. You didn't see? Okay. I didn't see any comments on YouTube, so I don't know what happened. I was asking if you can please repeat what you said in response to my comment because of the interruption. Oh, okay. Let me go back. Oh, there you guys go. Hey, you guys. Yeah, I can see you guys now. Did you guys actually? Could you see me? Julie, did you guys see me? Hey there. Okay, now it's working. Were you guys watching me? And I just couldn't see any of you guys? Okay, so you guys actually heard me talking. Hey, Miss Claire. So you guys actually heard me talking and moving and everything, right? I don't know what happened because none of the comments were coming through. I saw nothing. So I'm having a whole conversation over here with Facebook. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't see anything you guys were saying. I saw the numbers. I just didn't know where you guys were. Well, Christella, you go get your PhD and you have something to study now. That's right. Okay. So Miss Letitia, is it Miss Letitia? Let me go back and see where you are, Letitia. Okay, Miss Letitia, let me go back and look at your question again. What question did I answer? Okay. Okay, you said I just divorced my narcissistic husband after 11 years and 16 years of being with him. I've gone no contact with him, just allowing him to have access to emailing me in regards to our son. I changed my number and it is driving him crazy. He has no control. His new primary source is a flying monkey. That was a comment, not a question. That was a comment, Letitia. I have no idea. Let me see. Okay, here we go. So that was a comment. Her narc is crazy. She says your narc is crazy. Okay. So Miss Tawana. Hey, Miss Tawana. Says with you teaching and counseling, does your ex ever try to interfere or discount what you do? I have no idea, to be honest with you. I do not talk to him. He texts me when he comes to pick up my daughter, or if he talks to me, it's what time you coming to get her? What time are you bringing her back? We text back and forth, or if I'm calling over there and she's not picking up her phone or something like that, I may text him and ask him to go take the telephone. I gray rock. I don't get into conversations with him. Whether or not he discounts what I do, I have no idea. I'm quite sure he probably knows that there are videos out there, but I don't know. I don't check. I've never asked. He's never said anything. I don't know. So I do not concern myself with him. I do not concern myself with his family. So I don't know. So whether he discounts me or not, I'm quite sure. I mean, he probably does. I don't know if he knows that I do it or not, but I don't concern myself with that. So I honestly do not know. I have no idea. Does he interfere with it? I don't know how he would interfere with it, because I have a private practice as well. So I don't know how he would interfere with that. That's not something I really concern myself with. So, Miss Tawana, I have no idea. I have no idea. Don't try to. Same thing that I teach you guys. Don't look at their social medias. Don't follow them. Don't ask them questions. I don't care. That is not my concern. That is not my problem. That's his new boo's problem. So I don't concern myself with that. My only concern is my kid, and that's it. So hopefully that answered that question. Let's see. Yeah, I can see you now. I see you, Miss Arlene. So Lauren said, I dated two narcissists and befriended several just to realize I was raised by narcissists. But do you see how some of us end up learning later on in life? Some people, okay, let me find out who you're talking about. Let me find out. But yeah, sometimes you don't find out right away. Yeah, sometimes, can you unblock Carrie? Who's Carrie? I didn't block her. Who is Carrie? Let me look. I didn't block her. I don't see Carrie. And I don't know how to unblock once I'm on here. Let me look. Yeah, once I'm on here, I don't know how to unblock. I didn't block her, so I don't know if you guys did a permanent block. I don't know who Carrie is. I don't see a Carrie, you guys. So hopefully, why narcissists so arrogant? That's a part of their personality disorder. It's that grandiosity. That's a part of their personality disorder. Hey there, Miss Shirley. How are you? Do you ever stop? Asked, explained in another post. Do they ever stop? No, they don't. Now, where they may stop is when they find a better supply than you. And when I say a better source supply, I don't mean a better source meaning that they're better than you. They find one that's more, once you stood your ground and you figured out what's going on and you tell them no and you put up boundaries, to them, you're no good. Now you're ruined. You're no good. So I need to find someone that's more gullible. I need to find someone that is easier to manipulate than you, because you have gone beyond yourself and had the nerve to put up some boundaries and learn something. And once you start figuring them out, they go find someone that's easier to manipulate. And so sometimes when they find one that's easier to manipulate, and they supply them with much more fuel than you are supplying them, because you have shut the fuel pump down, and they can get copious amounts of fuel from this individual, sometimes they'll shut you off altogether because they can get more money, they can get more fuel, they can get more attention. This person, you're not willing to fall on the sword for them, but they're willing to fall on the sword for them. So that's they got to keep that one in their pocket, regardless of who else they're going to pursue. I got 14 minutes. Okay. They're arrogant because of their hubris. They're arrogant because that's a part of their personality disorder. Their grandiosity, the lack of empathy, the lack of compassion, that is a part of their personality disorder. Yeah, they have to have an audience. They have to be seen. Now, some of them, believe it or not, are very introverted. They're shy. They don't want a lot of attention, and some of them do have that extrovert or a balance of extrovert and introvert, believe it or not. Some of them are the vulnerable narcissists, let's see. Saskatchewan? Okay. So Laquetta said that's exactly what he has done. I'm trying hard to forgive him, but it's hard. Okay, I missed it. So Miss Shirley said, Doc, the way you explained that is still beyond me. Supply. So you need to know what supply is? Is that what you're asking? You want to know what supply is? Because I did do a video on supply to understand what supply is. Mr. Gabriel said, why do they want you to themselves? Because you are their property. That's what a source of supply is, their property, their fuel pump. They look at you as property. They don't look at you as a person. They don't look at you as an individual with your own mind, with your own thoughts, with your own creativity. They look at you as their property. So no one else, I can do whatever I want to, but you better not do whatever you want to. What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. You do as I say, not as I do. So you are my property. That's how they look at you. You are, a doormat. You are their property. Ooh, my nose, y'all. I'm sorry. So Laquetta said, you were talking about narcissists finding better supply that gives them more fuel is what I'm referring to. What do you mean? I think I missed the other questions. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Let me see. The narcissist got a check for over $200,000 and thought he was Rick. Thought he was Rick Ross. Now he's broke and has nothing to show for it. Now he's Slick Ross, huh? Oh, he thought he was Rick Ross. Oh, he broke now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yes, the ex-boyfriend tells me he's my property. See? Do many cheat with men as well? I believe mine has. Disgusted. Let me tell you, when they look for supply, a lot of them don't. They have no boundaries. They have no sense of whatever their conscious. They don't care. Some of them, and I know many of them, that cross over. They will pursue homosexual relationships for the purpose of supply, and then discard that supply, and then humiliate them as if they're crazy and I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not homosexual. I'm not lesbian. You know, they will shame them for that choice. You know, they cross the lines. If they can get supply, they're gonna get supply. It doesn't matter whether it's male, female. You know, they will get supplied. They will cross over sexual boundaries or genders. Some of them are secretly bisexual. Some of them, like I said, they cross. They don't care. Wherever they can get supplied, they'll do it. Will all of them do it? All of them won't do it, but a lot of them will do it. They don't care. And then they will call you crazy for saying that he or she is a lesbian or a homosexual. And some of them are bisexual. They just won't say it. They'll make you look crazy. You know, they'll make you look crazy. Bait and switch. Let's see. Jennifer said, why does the narcissist only target me and no one else? You don't know who else they're targeting. You may have been the primary source of supply, and if you discard it, they're like little kids. You don't break up with me first. I'm gonna break up with you. I'm gonna get back with you. And then a lot of times they're trying to reconnect with you because they're gonna try to make you suffer. They're gonna pay you back for discarding them. So they'll try to get back with you to hurt you and punish you for getting away. I found out that the narc is a DL bisexual. This new supply don't know what she has gotten herself into. A lot of them are like that. A lot of them are like that. Yeah, a lot of them are like that, and you'll never know. You found out too much information. Now you have too much information, but a lot of them are like that. Let's see. I've been no contact for 2 years. Okay, hold on. Let me get the Walene. Learning about hoovering pet names and the love bombing was eye-opening to me and mental freedom for me. My ex, after 40 years of no contact, showed me at my father's funeral several of my old cell phone numbers and wanted to know which number was current. I pointed to the one. All were not working, but oh my gosh. 40, did you hear that? 40 years of no contact. So some of you asked, will they hoover me? Or will they ever come back? But this is 40 years of no contact. And the reason why you were probably hoovered is because you guys crossed paths. And because you guys crossed paths, you got a hoover. So he hoovered you. But you did a good job. I'm proud of you. 40, yeah, right? 40 years. Let's see. Mimi said, I have been no contact for about 2 years. I'm at peace. I don't want to talk to them. My numbers changed and they're deleted from social media. I just wondered if I gave them an advantage by admitting to doing something they did to me. I was gaslighted to believe I pushed them away, all because I said, please don't share my pictures anymore. And they started devaluing me because they wanted to love bomb me on their page. You didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing that you did wrong. You've been gaslit. You've been trauma bonded. You've been love bombed. You've been confused. You've been in a fog. You know, the no contact gives you space enough to clear your mind to start thinking straight again. Because many of us were not thinking straight. And when you start thinking straight, you start clearing your mind. You get counseling. You do something to keep yourself active. And when you go back and look at, you know, your situation, a lot of you come to terms like, I can't believe that I went through what I went through. How did I end up getting in this situation? And Candace said, even in the Christian community, oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. It's a very vulnerable place for people because they come in very trusting and they come in hurt, you know, so it's easy for a narcissist to come in and take advantage of the people, you know, or watch to see how people pray, watch to see how people shout, watch to see what the language is and what I need to say. The Lord told me that you're my wife. No, he didn't. Get away from me. Let me see. Best thing to do is to let them go and never look back. But yes, the church is a place that they will go on a hunt too. And even in other religious organizations, you know, not just the Christian community, but other religious organizations. Why do they financially abuse people? You have to go look at the power and control wheel of domestic violence. It's a power and control thing. They have to maintain power over you. No contact, loudest thing you'll ever say. Yep. What are some things that you have taught your daughter to emotionally protect herself from her narc father? She's 12. And so she's not aware that that's what he is. You know, I do the best. I'm a praying woman. Number one, I'm a praying parent. And I have to use wisdom to know how to talk to her. things that, because remember, they counterparent, they don't co-parent, they counterparent. And so I have to talk. So things that come up, I have to sit down and I have to talk to her without degrading her father. I don't degrade her father to her. If there's something that was said I think is wrong, if her behavior is wrong, if I can see that she's picked up some things, when she comes, I do talk to her about that. I let her know what I disagree with, that is not right. I talk a lot. I have it takes a lot. Thank God I am the custodial parent, so she spends most times with me. So whenever she comes back, I have to work very hard to deprogram her. And remember, I'm a parent, I'm a Christian, I'm also a therapist, so it takes a lot of time for me to deprogram and reteach her certain things, reteach her certain behavior. I have to, just like any other therapist, I have to watch her behavior, I have to watch her language, I have to watch the things that she's doing, because children get love bombed by their parents too. Thank you, Riri. Hopefully that answered your question. I've noticed that, okay, hold on, let me go back over here. Okay, let me come over here, okay? Miss Christella, what should one expect when co-parenting with a narcissist, and what is the best advice you can give? I did a video on co-parenting and counter-parenting. Go check out my video. I think it's about 30 minutes long, but I did do a video on co-parenting and counter-parenting. How do you get other people to understand what you've been through? You don't. I don't spend any time telling people what I've been through. The only time I talk about what I've been through, if I'm on a forum and we're discussing, thank you, 2 minutes. Okay. So I got 2 minutes, y'all. But if I'm on a forum where I'm talking about, reason why, I don't get so deep into my story with people, because there's a lot of details to it, and everybody's not privy to your private life. Everybody should know everything about you. There's a lot of things that happened in a relationship that I don't think is appropriate, and you guys shouldn't feel that's appropriate, that you should just openly talk to about your life. Everybody is not equipped to handle your nakedness. When I say your nakedness, meaning your truth or your experiences. Number two, you have to remember that the individual is still alive. And so if you have one of those cerebral, somatic narcissists, those that are thinker, they do anything to try to destroy you. They'll try to use anything against you. It is your story. It needs to be told. At the same time, you have to have wisdom to know how to tell your story. And because sometimes they'll do things like try to sue you for slander. Now, one of the things that I've learned, I'm not legal. I am not a lawyer. I cannot give you legal advice. But one of the things that I do know, in order to prove that someone is slandering you, number one, you ruin their reputation, they lose their jobs or whatever. But to prove someone is slandering you, they have to prove that what you're saying is wrong. And you should have the evidence to back up what you're saying. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, when you're telling your story, are you telling your story for the purpose of helping other people to heal? Or are you telling your story to get back at that individual? I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell everything. Some people are not healed enough to go and share their story. But you shouldn't share all the details of your story either. All of it is not meant for everybody to know. Some things is not meant for everybody to know. Some things is meant for you and your counselor, or you and your mentor. You got to find a good mentor or a counselor that you can tell your story to. You got to, but everybody is not privy to your information or your story. Everybody is not in the mental health field. Everybody is not a DV advocate that understands what you have been through. And so everybody's not privy to your story. Everybody's not supposed to know your story, because everybody can't handle your story. So it's not up to you to go and teach people about your story. I don't tell people, I have family, it's time, okay. But I don't tell all my family about my story. Whether they listen to YouTube or not, I'm not sure. I know my sister comes on from time to time, and she knows my story because she was there when certain things happened, so she knows my story. But I don't spend a lot of time trying to tell my family about my story. Let's see. Forget the clocks. Here you go. See? Just be real and rubbed off on you, Telsha. So, y'all, my time is up. My timekeepers, my other bosses are trying to get me off. Could I testify as an expert witness on the issues of narcissists and sociopath? I don't think I'm, to be honest with you guys, I had somebody ask me that question and I did some research on what an expert witness is, and what actually they do in court. Give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna just explain this and I'm gone. But I really don't know whether I qualify as an expert witness. I don't know if the judge would have to deem you as an expert witness. You would have to go to court and talk about it. I don't think that when I give the information, good night, you guys. I don't know. I would have to, I'm probably qualified at the knowledge that I have, but you have to remember, just because I have certain knowledge doesn't mean you can present that knowledge that way into the court. You have to really understand the court systems and how you present information to provide information on narcissistic or cluster B personality disorders. And you have people like, there's Dr. Oh, I can't think of his name. I have to post it. There's a doctor in California that does a lot of studies, like, for example, about parental alienation, about narcissist abuse. And these are expert witnesses that do research and they put stuff together in order to present it to the court if asked. And so I really need to go and research how do you qualify within the court systems to be an expert witness. What are the qualifications? Is there training that is involved? So if you guys get that information for me, I'll go research it. Tell me what it takes. But I know a lot of I just don't think I'm qualified enough to be an expert witness. I have a lot of information to give, but remember, this is still a topic that's being researched. And so really what happens is people like, for example, the police department, for example. Somebody sent me an email about the police department, but police departments, can you educate the police department? Can you educate lawyers? Once they entrust you with giving them information, is not just, they're not going to shoot your information down. I don't know how they classify an expert witness. So I really have not Ross Rosenberg, not him. There's another one. I'll find his name and I'll post it. He's really good too. And he does a lot of training for like the lawyers and the legal system and stuff like that about, I don't know if it's about, it is domestic violence. But I would have to go check that out. I would have to look. You testify based on your education, background, and experience. That's all. Yeah. There's more to it than that, though. Because they really have to, in the courts, they have to recognize you, that usually the judge gets to know you, and the courts may hire you, but it's a little more than that. It is a little more than that. So I'll go research some more. Because there is a professional here that is a forensic psychologist. He's well known, and he travels throughout the states, and he does do expert testimonies in the courts. 1 minute. Okay. He is the expert witness. I have 24 years of being familiar with expert witnesses. Okay, Jody, I need you to email me then. Email me, Dr. Carmen Bryant, DrCarmenBryant @outlook.com. Just be real. Can you put my email address? You and Telsha put my email address for Miss Jody. Hopefully it's Miss Jody. Is it Miss Jody? Miss Jody, put my email up for Miss Jody. Miss Jody, email me. Email me so I can ask you some questions then. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Miss Jody. Yeah, get my email. It's at Dr. Carmen Bryant @outlook.com. Get my email. Just send me an email. And let me, hey there, and let me contact you. Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Jody. 24 years of, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Miss Jody, get that email address for me. And just email me, and I'll email you back tomorrow. I should be able to email you back tomorrow, okay? She just posted it. Go scroll up right above your comment. Right above your comment, she's got my email address. Email me so I can contact you to ask you some questions, okay? And let's find out, for a lot of you guys that are asking, what it entails to be an expert witness. I'm very interested. I have a lot of information, but that doesn't mean that I qualify as an expert witness. But I'm going to talk to you, okay? I'm going to talk to you, not fine. Yeah, Amy Baker. That's another one. Amy Baker is an excellent educator, and I think she's an expert witness on parental alienation. Yes. So you guys, I'm getting ready to get off. My nose is stopped up. And so I appreciate you guys. I love being here with you guys. So Just Be Real has trained Telsha to be a little bully too. And so they're trying to kick me off and make me go to bed. And I don't have a problem. Thank you so much, Miss Jody. I appreciate you. I do. But you guys, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go get me, I'm going to have to warm my tea up. Let me look. Ugh. I got to go warm my tea up. I'm going to go warm my tea up so I can stop it. You know, train her to be a little bully. Y'all little bullies. But I'm getting off. Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. But I'm going to get off, okay? I'm going to go to sleep, y'all. So you guys go to sleep. You guys know I love you guys. I really do. I do this because of the fact that you guys talk to me. You let me know where you at. You let me know how you guys are healing. And you guys really encourage me to keep doing what I'm doing because I see so much progress. Some of you guys have been with me for a year. I know a lot of you can't afford counseling. I know a lot of you cannot afford coaching. And so the best way that I can donate my time is to make videos and come and talk to you guys on these videos and let you guys know I'm a survivor myself. I have been through it. So it's not something that, you know, you're not talking to. A lot of the coaches that are on here have been through something like this as well. And so they work very hard to make sure that they can heal you guys, because if we can do this, you know, do you know how much we can do together to make a change in the legal system, to make a change in the school system? Like someone said, why don't they teach this on an academic level? A lot of you guys are going to be PhDs. A lot of you guys are going to be lawyers. Just be real. A lot of you guys are going to be clinical psychologists. Some of you guys are going to be lawyers. Some of you lawyers will end up being judges. You know, some of you guys, police officers, law enforcement officers within the medical field. A lot of you guys are going through different places as professionals. And if we get together, you know, if we get together as a group, and when I say a group of professionals, and figure out how can we change the law. Sometimes it takes a lot of us to come together to figure out how can we change laws, how can we educate the police department, how can we educate the legal system, how can we implement this in law school, how can we implement this in mental health counseling, how do we implement this in domestic violence domestic violence counseling, domestic violence agency. A lot of them are teaching, you know, basic power and control and a lot of domestic violence, but they're not implementing what is it like to be abused by a sociopath, a psychopath, a narcissist out of all that. And a lot of you guys are interested in I'm interested in the narcissist portion, but a lot of you guys are also interested in other parts. How do people with these mental health issues and personality disorder, how do they affect the community? How they affect families? What is the result of this abuse? And if we get together, you know, whether you guys put input from me, and a lot of you guys are educators yourself, give me input to figure out how can we put something together to make sure that we start changing laws. You know, this right here is just a start. And you guys are some very powerful people. You guys have been through a lot. You can either stay bitter and you can be angry and unforgiving, or you can take that pain and that hurt and you can change it to help. So imagine if I would have stayed bitter and angry, I would have never came to start talking to you guys to want you guys to heal. I've been there. I know that. I wanted to blow up houses too, y'all. I wanted to do like Wait and Exhale and light a match and blow up a car. But, you know, imagine had I not had a mentor like I had to change me over and to put me and take that energy and put my energy into something to help people. So you guys are very powerful people. Don't let your experience tear you down. Don't think that, you know, just because you've been through something horrific like this right here, that you can't, that your pain and your tears can't help someone else. Some of you guys, and I shared this when I was on the panel yesterday, is that the way that I knew that I was making impact is when my videos started popping up, and one lady said she had just stabbed herself in the stomach. She was trying to commit suicide. She had just stabbed herself in the academy. She had just stabbed herself in the stomach, and she was trying to kill herself. And she said, as she was trying to kill herself, one of my videos popped up. What shocked me what are my videos? I mean, what were you doing watching videos while you were trying to kill yourself? First of all, but for me, it was a blessing because my video popped up right when she had stabbed herself in the stomach and was trying to kill herself. She had just stabbed herself and tried to hang herself, and it didn't work. And my video popped up. Someone else said that they were contemplating suicide right then, and my video popped up. And so don't ever underestimate the pain that you've been through, because your pain and the tears that you've cried might be the tears and the pain that you went through on behalf of someone, or someone, you're going to help someone so they don't have to continue going through what they're going through, and they feel, you know, the warm words of encouragement from you guys. You guys are some awesome people. I really enjoy talking to you guys. I love making these videos. I always look forward to coming and talking to you guys, and I will be back on Tuesdays. You guys know if my schedule is really, really full, sometimes I have to make the video the next day. But you guys are some very powerful people. Don't let the hurt, don't let the pain. I know some of you guys are hurting so bad right now, but I want you to look at it as, for some of you guys have really been hurt and abused, but don't let the bitterness tear you up where you can't help anybody. JD said, Dr. Carmen, I want to apologize to you for my comment I made, and I think I was a little misunderstood, or I'm just going through the motions in denial, just confused with everything. What, I don't know what comment you made, JD. I can't recall. And I'm a forgiving person, so whatever you did, I forgive you. No problem. Welcome back. I can't recall what you did. So usually if you guys say something crazy, I'll block you. And by the time you come back, I probably don't recall what you did or said, you know. So I'm a forgiving person. Welcome back to the flock. We're back. We're family. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. You guys starting off your week. And thank you so much. He said, be careful to those of you doing searches on your electronics for topics if you're still with the abuser. Absolutely. When you're looking up topics, make sure you erase your browser and your history so that, you know, I'm on break. You know it. Shut up. They want me to go to bed. Plus I gotta go take care of my nose. My nose is burning. That means I need to turn on some heat in here. It's getting cold up here in Washington. So you guys, hey, I want you to guys know that I love you guys. Thank you so much. You thought I was chastising you. I was just speaking in general. I don't recall. I honestly don't recall. I usually move on and let that be. So I have no idea what you said, JD. I cannot recall. I don't. I have like thousands and thousands of comments. And I don't even, sometimes I don't, okay, my apologies, but I have no idea what you said. So whatever it was, you're forgiven. We let bygones be bygones. We're going to move on. So don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Hey, I appreciate you guys. I'm gearing to get off because I think she's going to throw a shoe through the phone. So I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful beginning of your week. You guys go and be great, okay? I know she loves me. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful evening.